Dangerous night habits seniors must avoid to prevent sudden death in sleep after 70. Senior health. Ignore the warnings for just 5 minutes and you could find yourself facing a devastating health crisis that strikes without mercy. One day you're casually walking around your living room, the next you're immobilized by crushing pain, unable to catch your breath, uncertain if help will come in time. This kind of nightmarish scenario might sound exaggerated, but countless seniors experience severe health scares, heart attacks, strokes, sudden falls precisely because a few subtle signs went unnoticed or unaddressed. In this video, I'm not here to sugarcoat the facts. I'm here to shake you awake to some real urgent indicators that your body is either on the fast lane to break down or set to endure and thrive. If you're over 70, you're in a high-stakes period of life where each habit could either extend your years or silently compromise them. Are you one of the few who might actually keep going healthy and strong until 100 or even beyond? The stakes are higher now than ever and complacency is dangerous. The cost of ignoring basic daily cues could escalate your risk of emergencies like heart failure or crippling fractures. So you need to examine your lifestyle with razor-sharp scrutiny. Today we'll expose 6 specific markers that reveal how, well or poorly, you're aging. If you show these signals, science suggests you're on track for a longer lifespan, free from many of the crippling issues that plague older adults. Fail to recognize them, and you might be walking into a minefield where every step threatens a sudden health detonation. Keep watching, because by the end, you'll know exactly where you stand and what you need to fix instantly. Autocue transition clinical story. Before we dive deep, let me share a short but poignant story from my early career in geriatric medicine. I once encountered a 74-year-old patient, Mildred, who seemed perfectly fine on the surface. She had decent mobility, a cheerful demeanor, and only mild complaints like occasional fatigue. Yet a single test, her walking gait, revealed profound instability. Within a year, she experienced a hip fracture from a seemingly harmless stumble, launching a cascade of complications, including hospitalizations and severe mobility loss. Mildred's story underscores a chilling truth. Subtle day-to-day clues often forecast major health catastrophes. If these warning lights are caught early, they can be addressed before spiraling out of control. And in many cases, older adults who still exhibit certain positive indicators like reliable sleep cycles or robust social ties surpass even the bleakest medical predictions. So let's turn these cautionary tales into empowering insights, starting with the first sign you'd better check right now. Sign number 1, consistent sleep patterns. Every evening, your body attempts a crucial process: repairing cells, consolidating memories, regulating hormones, and resetting your immune system. According to the World Health Organization, WHO 2017 Global Health Observatory Report, consistent restful sleep is directly tied to lower risks of cardiovascular disease and metabolic disorders. If you're over 70 and still managing to drift off and awaken at roughly the same times each day, your body's internal clock is in sync, a prime indicator of longevity. Why does this matter? Because erratic sleep triggers hormonal chaos that can nudge you toward high blood pressure, weight gain, and reduced immunity. Picture your body like a well-choreographed dance troupe. The dancers, your organs, your muscles, your hormones must move in perfect harmony to keep you stable and thriving. Regular sleep routines ensure that these dancers don't collide on stage, messing up your metabolism, mood, and heart function. In older adults, a disruption in sleep architecture can exacerbate inflammation, provoke irregular heart rhythms, and increase insulin resistance, all risk factors that inch you closer to devastating events like a heart attack. Take the case of Rosa, a 79-year-old who used to believe sleep was just a luxury. She allowed herself late-night TV binges and irregular bedtimes. When she came to me complaining of fatigue and memory lapses, we discovered her wildly inconsistent schedule had spiked her cortisol levels. Within 3 months of adopting a stable bedtime ritual, she reported fewer aches, clearer thinking, and improved blood pressure readings. It might seem mundane, but sleeping at a fixed hour and waking up predictably is more powerful than many realize. It's like tuning a car engine. If your engine's timing is off, everything else suffers. When you lock down a dependable sleep schedule, you help stabilize mood, lower inflammation, and strengthen the body's resilience. For seniors, that translates to a significantly reduced likelihood of nighttime falls, erratic blood sugar, and even stroke risk. Now let's introduce our first actionable tip for consistent sleep: limit electronic screen use. at least 1 hour before bed. Studies from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, 2015 Sleep Health Journal, show that blue light from devices suppresses melatonin, the hormone that guides your sleep. By turning off tablets, phones, and TVs early, you're essentially telling your brain it's time to wind down. Pair that with a mild relaxation exercise like slow, deep breathing for 5 minutes, and you'll enhance your chance of sleeping like a rock. If you realize your nighttime schedule is all over the place, start a 24-hour sleep reset challenge. For a full day, document exactly when you start feeling tired and plan your bedtime accordingly. Avoid stimulants such as caffeine after midday and aim to maintain this schedule for at least a week to see noticeable improvements in alertness and mood. Each night of truly restorative sleep is a building block for a future free from major chronic ailments. Sign number 2, steady walking pace. Next up is a predictor so potent that many geriatric clinics quietly observe it before asking a single question. Walking speed research indicates that the rate at which older adults walk correlates strongly with survival chances. A steady, confident stride suggests good cardiovascular function, adequate muscle strength, and robust neural pathways. Slip into a slow shuffle, however, and you may be broadcasting hidden vulnerabilities, unstable joints, poor balance, or underlying neurological issues that can lead to critical injuries. Gerald, a patient in his early 80s, initially resisted the idea that walking speed matters. He felt it was normal to slow down with age, but a simple gait test revealed he was walking 20% slower than average for his age bracket. After 6 weeks of gentle daily walks and targeted leg exercises, his pace improved, and so did his balance. He reported feeling less anxious about falling and more excited to run errands on foot. Why does gait speed predict so much about your future? Because walking is a full-body activity demanding cooperation between your cardiovascular system, musculoskeletal system, and nervous system. When your heart effectively pumps blood and oxygen to your muscles, your steps feel lighter. When your cerebellum, the coordination center of the brain, is on top of its game, you lift your feet with confidence, drastically reducing the risk of stumbles or fractures. But let's not mince words. A faster walking pace in your 70s can mean more than physical health. It can be the difference between independence and a life restricted by canes. Walkers in fear of venturing outside Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, 2019 Journal of Gerontology, underscores that a brisk walking pace is linked to lower incidence of cardiovascular complications. If your pace has slowed, don't just brush it off as normal aging. It might be time for a serious checkup or a structured exercise routine to bolster leg strength. Here's your second 24-hour challenge measure: how long it takes to walk 100 feet at your normal speed. Time yourself on a flat, safe surface, then compare it to standard benchmarks for your age group. A healthy pace often hovers around 3 to 3 or 5 miles per hour, but it can vary. Use this as a baseline to set walking goals for the week. Small, incremental improvements can yield massive protective benefits. Sign number 3, daily mental engagement. Have you ever stood in your kitchen, looked at a crossword puzzle, and thought, it's too late for all that? If so, be warned, mental disengagement accelerates memory decline faster than you might think. The brain is malleable well into old age, and neglecting it can open the door to cognitive decay, depression, and a subdued lifespan. Conversely, a daily dose of intellectual challenge word games, new languages, puzzle apps acts like a protective shield against these pitfalls. Dr. Michael Greger, 2020 NutritionFacts.org webinar, once stated that an active mind is akin to a regularly exercised muscle. Use it or lose it. The same principles that keep your body fit, repetitive stressors followed by recovery, apply to your brain. Every mental exercise you undertake creates new neural pathways and fortifies existing ones, boosting overall resilience. If you're over 70 and still devouring books, experimenting with recipes, or learning technology, you're priming your mind to stay razor sharp. Consider Frank, an 81-year-old poet who wakes up every morning to write a short verse. The routine fosters concentration, emotional release, and linguistic agility. According to him, it's the single best tool for warding off mental stagnation. My mind feels alive, he says, and it keeps me looking forward to tomorrow. If you think mental puzzles are just trivial entertainment, think again. Daily mental tasks reduce your likelihood of dementia and mild cognitive impairment. They also stabilize mood by providing a sense of accomplishment. And when you protect your mental acuity, you indirectly protect your independence, your social life, and your ability to enjoy even the simplest pleasures of retirement. A practical step is to set aside 15 minutes each day for brain-boosting games, whether crosswords, Sudoku, or a memory app on your tablet. Switch up the type of puzzle to challenge different cognitive domains, from logic to spatial awareness. Over time, this habit can measurably improve recall, focus, and even slow the progression of age-related neurological decline. Let your brain sweat a little each day. It'll thank you with sharper alertness and improved resilience. Sign number 4, strong social connection. If you're over 70, you might think you can glide through your golden years in peaceful solitude, but the data is clear. Isolation is toxic, escalating the odds of heart problems, depression, and even premature death. The flip side, a robust network of friends, family, or community bonds can protect you from an array of health pitfalls. Strong social ties offer the emotional support that keeps stress hormones like cortisol from skyrocketing, a factor crucial in preventing blood pressure spikes and immune system disruptions. Joan, now 78, was once a widow who rarely left her apartment. Over time, she started hosting a weekly soup gathering, inviting neighbors to share stories, laughter, and a simple meal. What began as a modest dinner quickly became a support system that improved her outlook on life. She swears she has more energy now than she did a decade ago, and she attributes it to the uplifting power of human contact. Scientists at the University of California found in a 2018 study, Journal of Aging and Health, that individuals with frequent social engagements had lower rates of chronic inflammatory conditions. Conversation releases endorphins, and emotional bonding strengthens mental health. These benefits translate directly to better cardiovascular metrics, improved sleep, and even heightened cognitive function. Feeling genuinely connected to others seems to guard against the dangerous spiral of loneliness. If your phone never rings and your doorbell never sounds, you may need a social reboot. Reach out to old friends or join a local club, book clubs, gardening groups, or even a volunteer organization at a nearby hospital. The act of connecting can do wonders for your well-being. A short phone call can lower stress, a shared meal can bolster immunity, and a weekly group meeting can foster a sense of purpose that keeps you excited about tomorrow. Now challenge yourself in the next 7 days. Make 3 phone calls you've been putting off. Reconnect with someone who mattered to you in the past, even if you haven't spoken in years. Notice how each conversation changes your mood, your stress level, your very sense of self. This 7-day call and connect initiative can be your stepping stone toward a more vibrant, extended life. Sign number 5, natural curiosity. You might wonder, what does curiosity have to do with extending your years? In truth, curiosity is a sign that your cognitive wheels are still turning. Whether it's picking up a new hobby or eagerly asking questions about the latest technologies, that spark of inquisitiveness keeps your brain adaptive. A mind that believes there's more to discover is a mind that invests energy in staying active, learning, and evolving. Harold, for example, was 82 when he began growing bonsai trees after his wife's passing. He had never gardened a day in his life, but the process of learning to prune, water, and shape these miniature wonders gave him a fresh purpose. His constant exploration, figuring out the best sunlight, the right fertilizer, took him from grief to renewal, and his cognitive tests actually improved over time. Curiosity also prompts the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that fosters learning and memory. The more curious you are, the more dopamine your brain produces, feeding a loop of engagement and satisfaction. Over the long haul, that can slow cognitive decline. Some studies even suggest that curiosity correlates with reduced inflammatory markers, though more research is needed to confirm the exact mechanisms. But one thing is clear: when you wake up with something new to explore, you're far more likely to get out of bed, move your body, and keep your mind engaged. This is the very foundation of an active old age. Imagine going to bed every night excited for tomorrow's experiment or research project. Whether it's cooking a new cuisine or learning a meditation technique, that mental drive is a priceless fuel for longevity. Here's your curiosity challenge. Dedicate the next 24 hours to investigating a topic you've always brushed aside. Maybe it's a musical instrument you once thought was too difficult to learn, or a historical figure you never found time to read about. Write down 3 facts you uncover and share them with a friend or family member. Even this small step can reignite your sense of wonder and keep your mind agile for the long haul. Sign number 6, grip strength. Grip strength may sound trivial, but it's a powerhouse indicator of overall muscle health, cardiovascular condition, and even neurological efficiency. A firm grip requires your nervous system to coordinate dozens of tiny muscles in your hand and wrist, while also calling upon forearm strength and stable joints. According to a study in The Lancet, 2015, grip strength was a better predictor of mortality risk than systolic blood pressure in certain age groups. If you're over 70 and can still open jars without help, you're sending a strong signal that your body's vital systems are working together in remarkable harmony. Robert, age 82, exemplifies this principle. Every Saturday, he helps his granddaughter carry groceries, firmly gripping each bag without trembling or strain, a measurement of his hand. Strength put him above the average for men 2 decades younger. He credits his consistent use of a stress ball for hand exercises, along with lifting moderate weights at home. Why does grip strength matter so much? Because it often reflects the total body muscle quality, including the core and lower limbs. If you have a strong grip, you likely maintain better posture, coordination, and balance. Conversely, a feeble grip can indicate deteriorating muscle mass, which in turn raises your risk for falls, fractures, and slower recovery from illness. One simple way to gauge your hand strength is to see how easily you can clasp and lift a half-gallon of water. If it's a struggle, you might consider talking to your physician about a basic resistance training program or hand strengthening exercises. Don't wait until you can't open the peanut butter jar to realize your muscles have been wasting away. By focusing on grip strength, now you reinforce your entire musculoskeletal system, preventing a cascade of issues. Try the Squeeze to Live challenge for a week. Each day, use a soft rubber ball or grip strength device for 3 sets of 10 squeezes, resting in between. Track how your hands feel before and after. You'll likely notice improvements in dexterity, confidence, and even blood flow. This small targeted exercise could be the difference between independent living and a life overshadowed by weakness. Call to comment prompt. Now that we've explored these critical indicators of healthy aging, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed a sudden drop in your grip strength, a slower walking pace, or increasingly restless nights? Sharp Sauchep. Have you ever noticed this sign? Comment, I feel it. If you relate, I'm safe. If not, and add a question for the doctor. Your engagement matters not just for community support, but because verbalizing your experiences can serve as motivation to make a real change. Missing Spark 7-Day Longevity Boost Challenge. Because the original content lacked a detailed challenge, here is our missing spark to supercharge your routine. If you're serious about extending your years and minimizing heart attack risks, commit to this 7-Day Longevity Boost Challenge. Each day, check off a short list of activities that target these 6 indicators: consistent sleep, steady walking, pace, mental engagement, social connections, curiosity, and grip strength. It doesn't have to be complicated. These are quick, structured tasks to keep you focused on improvement. Print it, stick it on your fridge, and track your progress daily. Here's a sample checklist to follow for 7 consecutive days. Bedtime routine. Aim for lights out at the same time nightly. Walk and measure. Do a brisk 5-minute walk, noting your pace. Brain teaser. Solve at least 1 puzzle or read a short article. Social reach out. Connect with 1 person, call or message. Curiosity exploration. Learn a new fact, recipe, or skill. Hand exercises. Perform 10 to 15 squeezes of a soft ball or gripper. Tick these off daily and watch your body and mind respond. Why a challenge? Because accountability sparks change. If you treat these tasks like non-negotiable appointments, you create healthy friction against inertia. With repeated practice, small daily achievements accumulate into robust protective factors against degenerative conditions. And do remember, if you have any chronic health conditions or if any step seems too daunting, consult your physician before making major changes. Digging deeper. The science behind longevity. Human longevity is an intricate tapestry woven from genetics, lifestyle, and environment. The medical community widely accepts that genes alone don't dictate your destiny. True genetics may load the gun, but lifestyle pulls or doesn't pull the trigger. When older adults maintain healthy sleep cycles, keep active, and cultivate relationships, they effectively manipulate their gene expression to favor repair over decay. Inflammation is a critical player in aging. Chronic low-level inflammation fueled by poor sleep isolation or inactivity accelerates joint deterioration, arterial plaque buildup, and even neurological decline. On the other hand, consistent rest and regular physical engagement tamp down inflammation, giving your cells room to regenerate. That's why doctors harp on daily walks and restful nights. They're among the most potent ways to keep your internal environment calm and balanced. Another key element is metabolic health. As we age, insulin sensitivity tends to drop, leading to higher risks of type 2 diabetes and obesity-related complications. However, everything we've discussed from mental engagement to physical activity helps stabilize blood sugar levels. Strengthening grip and walking regularly encourage muscle mass, which boosts glucose uptake. Adequate sleep ensures hormones like leptin and ghrelin remain regulated, steering you clear of overeating cycles. Finally, there's the underappreciated role of emotional well-being. Feeling connected, curious, and mentally stimulated triggers a cascade of beneficial neurochemicals, dopamine, serotonin that fortify your resilience. It's not just about fleeting happiness. It's about structured, supportive routines that keep stress at bay. Each positive emotion you cultivate can help offset the negative impacts of aging, making you less susceptible to chronic disease. Case studies, real people. Real impact. Let's look at 3 anonymized examples to underscore the transformative power of these signs. Mr. W., 76, retired accountant, struggled with severe loneliness after retirement. After joining a local senior hiking club, he rebuilt his social circle. Steady walking improved his gait. The camaraderie boosted his mood, lowering his blood pressure from borderline hypertension to a healthy range. Ms. D, 73, former teacher, battled insomnia for years, falling asleep at erratic times. Through a structured bedtime routine and limiting caffeine, she stabilized her circadian rhythms. Within 2 months, she noticed fewer aches, better focus, and a lighter mood. Her medical checkups showed improved immune markers and reduced cortisol. Mr. K, 80, ex-mechanic, overlooked small declines in hand strength, assuming it was just old age. After failing to open a jar of pickles, he started a daily grip exercise regimen. His grip strength soared by 30% in 6 weeks, and he felt more confident handling everyday tasks. A follow-up exam revealed his cholesterol had improved, likely aided by his newfound commitment to overall activity. What do these stories reveal? Each individual addressed at least one of the 6 signs of well-being: steady sleep, robust walking pace, mental activity, social connection, curiosity or grip strength, and experienced tangible improvements. Age alone didn't seal their fate. Their daily habits, mindsets, and willingness to adapt shaped their outcome, proving that even in your 70s or 80s, you can make changes that extend both quantity and quality of life. Action plan for long-term success. An immediate fix doesn't exist. Longevity is built on consistent incremental actions. Combine everything we've covered into a cohesive daily routine. First, schedule your bedtime like a sacred appointment. Next, aim for a brisk walk or at least 15 minutes of movement every morning to jumpstart circulation. In the afternoon, do a mental puzzle or engage in a creative hobby, something that forces your brain to switch gears. This helps fortify neural connections. Also, plan one meaningful social interaction each day, whether it's a heartfelt phone call or a coffee date. Over time, these steps become second nature, forming a robust defensive shield against ailments lurking around the corner. Make sure to keep curiosity alive. Set weekly mini-goals like exploring a new genre of music or learning a simple phrase in a foreign language. Each time you satisfy a fresh curiosity, your brain's reward circuit lights up. This fosters a sense of accomplishment, mitigating the typical emotional lows that many older adults face. Finally, keep up with grip strength training. Whether you prefer using a stress ball, hand grippers, or even mild resistance bands, target at least 5 minutes of hand exercises daily. Pair this with short upper body workouts, light dumbbell curls or forearm rolls to reinforce your grip gains. Always remember, consult your physician before starting any new exercise, especially if you have underlying conditions. For added accountability, document your habits. Maintain a small journal or use a simple chart. Track your bedtimes, your walking distances, your puzzle completions, and your daily social contacts. At the end of each week, review your progress. Celebrate the victories, no matter how minor, and tweak any routines that aren't serving you. Meal targets and nutrition tips. While our focus is the 6 indicators of thriving nutrition plays a vital supporting role. Dr. Michael Greger, 2021 How Not to Age webinar, advocates for a plant-forward diet rich in antioxidants to fend off inflammation. Leafy greens, beans, berries, nuts, and seeds can maintain muscle function, support healthy circulation, and even improve cognition. Combine this with adequate protein sourced from lean meats or legumes to back up those muscle-building and grip-enhancing exercises. Stay hydrated too. Dehydration can exacerbate fatigue, confusion, and joint stiffness, all of which undermine your efforts to maintain a strong gait and mental clarity. Consider incorporating hydration reminders throughout the day, an alarm on your phone, or a water bottle that stays within arm's reach. Proper fluid intake helps stabilize blood pressure and keep the kidneys functioning optimally. If you struggle with mealtime routines, plan your menu in advance. Aim for balanced meals, a protein source, a fiber-rich carbohydrate, and a healthy fat. Add fruits or vegetables to every plate to boost vitamin and mineral intake. This structured approach not only supports your physical indicators like grip strength and walking pace, but it also protects your brain and immune system. And let's not forget portion control. Overeating can stress the heart and exacerbate conditions like diabetes. Listen to your body's signals. Eat until satisfied, not stuffed. The synergy of proper nutrition with the 6 key signs helps create a holistic environment in which your body can flourish rather than falter. Follow-up schedule and medical checkpoints. No matter how disciplined you are, regular medical checkups remain essential. Book appointments at least twice a year to measure blood pressure, blood glucose, cholesterol levels, and bone density. Discuss your walking pace, your sleep patterns, or any noticeable changes in grip strength with your healthcare provider. Early detection of any downward trends allows timely interventions, preventing small issues from ballooning into crises. If you're implementing the 7-Day Longevity Boost Challenge or any of the daily routines mentioned, share your logs with your doctor. Seeing your progress can help them provide tailored advice. And if medication adjustments are necessary, like optimizing blood pressure meds or addressing sleep disturbances, they can do so based on real data, not guesswork. Remember, consult your physician before making any major lifestyle changes. Additionally, consider periodic tests for mental function screenings that can detect early cognitive shifts. If your mental engagement is high, these tests should reflect steady or improved performance. If you see a decline, it could be an early warning sign to intensify or modify your brain-boosting strategies. Keeping your doctor in the loop fosters a partnership that can safeguard you for years to come. Revisiting the 6 signs and their risks. Let's circle back to underscore the threats of neglecting these indicators. Inconsistent sleep can skyrocket stress hormones and provoke nighttime accidents. A slow or wobbly gait heightens your danger of falls, often the breaking point for independent living. Mental stagnation paves a smooth road to cognitive decline, robbing you of memories and mental clarity. And a lack of social ties can breed loneliness so corrosive it rivals obesity as a mortality risk factor. Meanwhile, a dying curiosity leaves your mind idle, effectively accelerating age-related changes. Finally, feeble grip. Strength sets you up for daily challenges. Trouble with opening containers, carrying groceries, or holding yourself steady on a handrail. Each neglected sign is a potential gateway to more severe complications, from fractures to irreversible organ stress. Don't let these subtle signals morph into unstoppable crises. Putting it all together. So what's the bigger picture here? These 6 longevity markers: consistent sleep, steady walking pace, daily mental engagement, strong social connections, natural curiosity, and firm grip, strength, operate like puzzle pieces alone. Each piece offers a sliver of protection, but when combined, they form a formidable shield against many of the chronic degenerative issues we fear most, including heart attack, stroke, and debilitating bone problems. Imagine having control in your 70s and 80s, waking up with good energy, walking confidently to the grocery store, solving puzzles in the afternoon, chatting with friends, exploring new skills, and effortlessly opening jars. That's not a fantasy. It's the achievable outcome of focusing on these essential signals every single day. Ignore them and you risk a downward spiral. Prioritize them and you pave the road to reaching 90, even 100 with vitality. Final action checklist. Here's a concise summary of the daily steps you can take right away. Regular sleep routine, lights out and wake up at the same times. Brisk walks, aim for 5 to 15 minutes to sharpen gait speed. Brain workouts, do a puzzle, read an article or write something reflective. Social outreach, interact meaningfully with at least one person daily. Cultivate curiosity, learn one new fact or skill. Strengthen that grip, squeeze a stress ball or perform lightweight exercises. Try layering in the 7-day longevity boost challenge for extra momentum. Each step is incremental but hugely protective against the dreaded spiral of aging. If you stumble or skip a day, don't give up. Real improvement takes time and patience. And keep a close eye on how you feel. The moment you notice positive changes, you'll realize this journey is not just about extending life, but enriching it. Call to comment, final reminder. Let's hear your voice. Are these 6 signs present in your life? Or have you noticed one slipping away? 3. Sharp Sao Chep. Have you ever noticed this sign? Comment I feel it if you relate, I'm safe if not, and add a question for the doctor. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step. Conclusion. You've stayed with me this far, so let me leave you with the core truth. Each day over 70 is a golden opportunity if you listen to your body's signals. These 6 markers don't demand extraordinary athleticism or a superhuman diet. They require awareness, small, consistent actions, and a mindset that believes your future is still being written. If you make these adjustments, you could evade the heartbreaking toll of a heart attack and the relentless grasp of chronic diseases. Remember these rapid-fire bullet points. Even a small shift in daily habit can greatly reduce age-related risks. Community and curiosity are crucial antidotes to depression and isolation. Physical strength from grip to gait directly ties to independence. If you found value here, please like, subscribe, and share with those you care about. Spread the word because we need more older adults taking control of their well-being rather than passively fading. Will you join the many seniors blazing a new path of active longevity or remain uncertain about the subtle signals your body is sending? The choice is yours to make right now. Share this video with friends and family. Leave a comment below and let's keep this conversation alive. I'll end with one final question. What's the one sign you feel you need to focus on immediately and why? Stay informed, stay proactive, and as always, consult your physician for personalized advice. Your health story isn't over, it's only just beginning.